Hi there. We're going to look today at spreadsheets again, in particular, how to do a business spreadsheet. This is just my idea. I don't know how you do it. I've got no experience in running a business whatsoever, but in my logical mind, this is how I think it might work. And I did have the opportunity during COVID to go through a lot of businesses and look at their business plans. And the one problem that most of them had is they didn't separate their business from their personal. So this spreadsheet is going to take those two, and hopefully we can sort of put them together. Let's start off right away. Let's say business, and we're going to say something like income. Whoopsie. Income. And let's say the first thing we've got is product, and I've got a product which I'm selling for 250, and I'm selling 20 of those a month. So my income equals that times that. Boom, 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 boom. And I've got customers that I treat or whatever I do, and I'm charging them $500 when they come in, and I'm getting 2 customers a day, 2 times 5, 2 times 2 times 5, 2 times 20, sorry, 40. So 40 customers a month. And again, copy, paste. It's the easiest way to do it, rather than, equals that times that. It's much easier just to take that one and just paste it there. Okay, so I've got my customers and I've got my product. And here we've got our total, which is going to be equals the sum of, bracket, and then all the way down there. And the reason I do that is because maybe later on we'll think of other things that we didn't think of before. Yeah. So income, 25,000 bucks. Great. Now we've got expenses. What expenses would we have in our business? Rent, maybe 4,000 a month. Electricity, 1,000 a month. I'm just making these numbers up. Phone. Well, I've got Away Your Voice, which gives me plenty of minutes, plenty of data. So we'll say that's 20, by the way. And so it's 20 times 4. So that your monthly phone is going to be $80. What else have we got? Licenses. Some people have to have a license for this. So you've got your beeper license, which is 2,000, and then you've got another 1,000 you have to pay for that. So let's do that, and then we're going to say equals that divided by 12. So per month, that's what I'm paying on licenses. Maybe I need clothing, 300 a month. I need to obviously pay tax. So let's just keep it simple. We'll say equals that times 10%. It'll probably be more, depending on how good your tax person is. Maybe it'll be less. But we need to budget for that. And then business invest. What happens if we have another COVID? What happens if your business has a bad month, et cetera, et cetera? What happens if you're sick for a month and you can't run your business? So you need to have a sort of investment there, floating fund to keep you going. So let's say 1,000 a month we're going to put into our business investment. Yeah. So, and again, I'm just going to copy and paste that. And that looks perfect. And then here we're going to have a balance. And the balance equals income minus expenses. There's one thing I didn't put here, of course, which is you. Because you're going to have to pay yourself a salary. And we can already see from the balance, maybe 12,000 is, sorry, that's a bit too much. 12,000 would be a nice salary. 14,000 would be even better. So you're paying yourself 14,000 a month. Except there's one thing that I didn't put here. So let's just add it, and that's petrol. Did I put petrol? No, let's put petrol. 1,500 a month we need to put on petrol. Let's invest a little bit more in our business. And the idea, as you can see, is to get that balance down to 0. All right. Some people, by the way, don't like this. I also don't like these grid lines. They do look a little bit irritating after a while. And some people and I'm one of them, like to put boxes around this. So let's put the boxes around all of these things. So I'm going to say that. I'll just put a little box around it. And I'll put a box around that as well. So I could just put it there, can't I? That's fine. Right, so now we've got income, expenses, and we've got our balance. And this is so beautifully done that I'm going to copy it and paste it. Because down here, we're going to change this now. And we're going to say personal. All right. And this is going to be quite easy because we've only got one source of income, and that is equals, where's our salary? That. So there's our income. It's the salary, and it's that. Now at home, we're also going to have our expenses. Phone, we're not going to bother because I'm going to use the business phone. We don't have licenses. I've paid for petrol already with my business. I've actually paid the tax already. We're going to take clothing out for the moment, and we don't need a salary. So we've got a rent, electricity, very important, food. I don't know how much you spend on food. 100 a day, 150 a day, whatever it is. So 150 equals that times 31. What else? Retirement. So let's put 1,500 into retirement. And you also need a home emergency fund where you're saving to make sure that you're okay. That rent is a bit low, isn't it? So we bring that up a bit. Okay. So we're getting there. You see what I'm trying to do? This balance at the bottom, I'm trying to balance that out. So let's put a little bit more, a little bit less into retirement, and we're done. Whew. Just want to do one other thing before we stop this one, because this might make you feel good about what's happening. Remember we said your business investment equals that times 12. Very nice. How much are you putting into retirement? Equals that times 12. And your home emergency fund equals that times 12. So, again, maybe that'll make you feel better to know that you are putting money away, and at the end of the year, and again, you can do equals sum of all of that, just to know that, wow, each year I'm putting away 44,000, some of it into my business as a kind of emergency fund for the business, some of it into my own retirement fund, some of it into the emergency fund at home, etc., etc. But the beauty with this, everything sort of speaks to each other. So if you think, I'm putting way too much into my emergency fund, let's make it 500. Now you can say 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 8, 5, 0 into my retirement fund. So I can put a little bit more. Or maybe my rent goes up, etc., 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 etc. By the way, this one we're going to say 2024, because what I could do then is duplicate it, and I'm going to call this one 2025. And of course, next year things will have changed, and my product I'm now selling for 300. It's inflation, and I'm charging my customers 550. So now I'm getting a little bit more. So now I can actually pay a little bit myself, a little bit more as a salary, yeah, and everything now, the whole sheet changes, which means I can spend more on food, yeah, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some ideas. Please give me feedback. Let me know if this is how you do it, and if this makes any sense to you at all. One last thing I should do. Robin's Business, you just give even if you don't, by the way, even if you don't give it a title, it's still there. And the other nice thing about Google Spreadsheets, before I leave you on this, is what you should also do, of course, is download it onto your computer. So you have it open document format. So with your free and open source LibreOffice software, if you really want to use that, you could use your LibreOffice and look at the spreadsheet that way, as well as looking at it online. So just make sure you do that as well. All right.